Hi, I'm making this video to ask Irish people, particularly Irish people, to help save the lives of many women who have been sentenced to death in prisons in Iran. Now, we do have evil men and women around the world, and some of them do deserve to die. But in Iran, the women who have been sentenced to death are there because of alleged adultery. For very simple things. If some man decides a woman behaves immorally, she can be put on trial for it and sentenced to death. Now they have many women there awaiting their death sentence. They're going to be hung. They'll be taken out to a square, put up on a platform. A crane will be brought in, a rope put around their necks, and they'll be hoisted up and hung. That's the manner of execution in Iran, and it's done in public, and it's very, very ugly. Now, here in Ireland, we have an Iranian embassy. I don't like the fact that Ireland has an Iranian embassy. We shouldn't have an embassy with Saudi Arabia for the way they treat women there. Also, many countries around the world treat women they treat them in a very, very, very horrendous manner. But for now, it's Iran. These are the Dublin phone numbers for the Iranian embassy. I've been phoning them very, very often through the day when I have time, and just asking to speak to the ambassador or to any diplomatic officer. The receptionist will tell you there's nobody there. But I usually hang on, tell them I will hang on until the ambassador comes in. And they eventually hang up because they need their telephone lines. Now, I just keep phoning. And they get very, very annoyed with me. And I think pretty soon I'm going to have a visit from the Irish police because the Iranian embassy are getting really upset because I keep tying up their telephone lines. I want you Irish people now to help me. If we can shut down these lines, give the Iranian embassy some grief and let them know that, well, there are some Irish people who don't like the regime in Iran. There are some Irish people who don't like Ahmadinejad. There are Irish people who don't like to see a country being ruled by supreme clerics. Do you know that Ahmadinejad doesn't wear a necktie because the clerics in Iran have deemed it to be, unclean. It's decadent to wear a necktie. Well, what I want to say is, why is he wearing a suit and a shirt and shoes? Because that's what we wear on this side of the world. But please, Irish people, help me with causing grief to the Iranian embassy in Dublin. I want them out of this country. I really want them out of this country, and every little bit helps. Please phone these numbers. Please. You might save some lives.